If you aren't using your home and office to maximize and enhance certain areas of your life, you aren't really tapping into the true potential and value of your space. I can show you how through Feng Shui you can bring in more success within certain areas of your life. I'm talking creativity, career, wealth and abundance, love and partnership, health, well being, influence, travel, knowledge, spirituality. All of these aspects can be enhanced just by making simple adjustments within your space. Today, I'm going to walk you through a feng shui assessment from a previous client of mine, and you're going to understand exactly how you can tap into certain areas within your home or office to bring in more success. Let's dive in. Hi, welcome to My Piece of Space. I'm Danni Sinclair, your holistic interior designer, and I help mindful professionals pull together a vision to create homes and offices of their dreams. I use feng shui, color therapy, biophilia, and other healing modalities within my design practices to ensure that you have a supportive and encouraging space. Today I'll be sharing a feng shui assessment that I have recently done with one of my clients. And within this assessment, we really began to understand what was going on in their home, which was making it really difficult for them to find ease and success in other areas of their lives. I'm walking you through this feng shui assessment so that you can understand how you can use feng shui to bring in more success and balance the energy within your home. Simply by becoming more aware and more intentional of the things that we are bringing into our spaces, we can begin to tap into the profound energy that resides within our daily lives. We are all impactful beings. And once we begin to become much more aware of the energy that we have completely surrounding us at every single moment, we can really begin to tap into the power of our homes and begin to bring that into our daily lives. The things that you are bringing into your space and your or are profoundly impacting what is going on within your physical body, your emotional body, your mental awareness, and your spiritual awareness. Let's dive into the case study now. They were mentioning certain areas within their life that they didn't feel was at its optimum potential and really wanted to look at their environment because they have an awareness that your physical environment impacts your inner space, home environment. In your physical environment is a direct reflection of what is going on in your lifestyle within your inner environment. And if you are aware and if you have intention, you can begin to influence your life by making simple adjustments to your space that can actively impact your success and encourage you to be more mindful and begin to create steps that you can take action into increasing your lifestyle. So let's dig in and really begin to understand what it means for you to have a feng shui assessment, and what does it mean, what does it look like, what information gets provided, what do you find out, how can it influence your life. There are just so many things. I can go on and on and on about it, and I'm really excited to share. So what is feng shui? Feng shui translates to wind and water in Chinese. It is the ancient practice of exploring how our natural environments affect our well-being. It includes disciplines such as astronomy, architecture, physics, and design. And it creates and assesses our best and worst locations that exist within a space, within an office, within a home, within any environment. You can look at the whole office building, you can look at the office within the building, and you can look at your own personal desk space. It really can be as meticulous and minuscule or as grand as you need it to be. Calculations in Feng Shui are factored by considering your birthday, your birth time, location, the internal and external surroundings, the address of your environment, your home, your office. I'm going to speak to home because this is a home reading from now on, but just keep in mind that we can also consider the spaces within your office building, and even your desk. Determines the movement, the flow of energy, which is considered chi. So I have a yoga background, so chi is moved through what we call prana, and prana is breath work. And so when you think of breath work, it is the I whistled, I didn't mean to whistle. The activation of prana happens through breath work. It is when you begin to move the air within your body where everything, the chi, the energy within your body is activated, the energy within your neurons, the energy within your blood. I like to say that the chi, if you're thinking about your body, because chi exists all around us and within us. We cannot separate it from ourselves. We cannot separate it from our existence and our surrounding environments. But when we're thinking about chi within our home, our own personal inner spaces within our bodies, I think of it as chi exists within the space. If you were thinking about your blood, would be the sort of vehicle, the channel through which chi would move through, although the chi exists between the space between the cells. So it is not the actual thing of the cell, it is the space between the cells that keeps the cells in motion. It is the space between the atoms that keeps the atoms in motion. That is what chi is. And so wind disperses chi, water holds or contains the chi. Those are two important things to understand about chi. Chi can be the aside from the elements, the directions, the cycles of Feng Shui, the most important principle of Feng Shui is the yin and yang dynamic. Everyone has a yin or yang energy. Yin, yang is the two primal energies of the universe. It is balance, it is order. Without black, there can be no white. Without cold, there can be no hot. This is what keeps the universe in alignment. This is what keeps everything in alignment. You cannot have too much cold, otherwise things fall into chaos. You cannot have too much hot, too much heat, because things fall into chaos. So it is this idea that there is always going to be a constant change, a perpetual motion, a perpetual fluctuation of these energies that are continuously going to go up and down, back and forth, to and fro. This is the essence of the law. So these things exist within our bodies, within our homes, within our environments, within our cities, within our states, within our world, within our universe. We cannot take ourselves out of the yin yang principle. So it's really important to understand, first and foremost, what energy are you? What is your energy type? So my energy type is a yang energy type. Knowing that I am a yang energy type, when I begin to fall into yin patterns, that is when I will know that something is out of alignment for me and that I need to make some physical adjustment within my life. Now, that being said, everyone has their own baseline. So there's always going to be a little bit of yin within yang. There's always going to be a little bit of yang within yin. If you look at the symbol, the yin yang symbol that is behind this woman here, you'll see there's the black dot that exists within the white tailspin, and then there is the white dot that exists within the black tailspin. This is signifying that there is always going to be hold a little bit of the opposite energy in order to keep the ball rolling. This is really important for understanding yin yang energies. You're never going to be completely one way. Not one person, not one space, not one anything is going to be completely yin or completely yang. So it's good to understand what your personal baseline is when you are factoring into your balance. So I'll talk a little bit about quickly the characteristics of yin and yang. I'll start with yang because I'm yang. So the yang nature is hot, it's active. It generally exists as an expanding force of nature. It is an external force. It is a pushing force. I just want to point out that this does not have anything to do with Western astrology. I will often hear from clients, well, I'm a fire sign, therefore I must be yang. And it is not always the case. I am a fire sign and I am yang, but that's not always the case. It can go either way because this actually deals with Chinese astrology, which goes by year and not by month for determining what your dominant placement is. Okay, so the characteristics of yang energy is it's active, it's lively, it's hot, so it's summer, it's summer, it is a masculine energy, it is a daytime energy, it is bright, it's airy, it is fire, it's heat, it's wind. Wind is the wind aspect of the Feng Shui. It is it looks like people who have characteristics of being ambitious. They have a lot of courage, tend to be extroverted, excited, and adventurous. I can speak to myself where I would say many of this is true for me. Although I can definitely lean into the other areas as well. When we're talking about design aspects, yang energy looks like straight angular lines. It is bright, bold colors. This is what's going to get your attention. It is lights, bright lights. This is wood elements. This is glass. This is shiny reflective surfaces. This is stone, marble, tile, anything that you think of as like something that's cutting, something that's going to be piercing. And in terms of style, it's going to look more like minimum, where there's not a lot of clutter, there's not a lot of visual clutter, but it is bright, it's clean, it's angular. Think very much like mid-century modern. That is yang energy to a T. Signs of excess yang energy is going to be restlessness, it's anger, it's frustration, it's violence, inability to relax, anxiety, stress. It comes through often as things that influence your thoughts, headaches, insomnia, addictions, constant need for stimulation. So when I think of this masculine energy, and I'm also, I always relate one aspect of my learnings and my teachings to another. So when I'm thinking of the masculine energy and tarot, this tends to be wands, and this tends to be swords. So that is both metal, it is wood, it is the thinker, it is the action, it is the doer. So this is yang energy. So what is yin energy? On the other side, yin energy is cold, it's passive, it is slow, it is contracting, it is retreating, it is a pulling force. It is not pushing anywhere, it is not trying to do that, it is trying to actually pull to go within. This translates to death. It's not a birth, it is a death. In the seasons, we think of this as winter, when the trees go, um, I don't want to say barren, dormant. It's not a season of growth. This is a very feminine energy. It is night, it is dark, it is moon, it is water, it is passive, it is the color black. In terms of how this looks like in personal characteristics, this shows up as the dreamer, imaginative. This is someone who is very calm and peaceful. They are your introverts. They come off as very relaxed, satisfied, persistent. This is your slow and steady energy. It is not forcing anything. It is not ready to move. It is just going with the flow. And in terms of how this looks, as far as design elements, these are your curvy shapes. This is your flowing shapes. This is dark colors, lots of texture, smooth, soft textures. Think your fur throws, your boucle fabrics. It's just the snuggly vibe. This is given like Taurus season for me. We're in Taurus season right now. So Taurus energy is completely yin energy to the fullest. It's maximum. We know Taurus love their things. It is earthly. It is about the possessions. It is about comfort. It is about everything that we want to have that makes us feel whole from within. This is not, I need to go without myself to go find myself. This is everything I need, I already have within. Signs of excess is shown as oversleeping, overthinking, slow thinking, laziness, compulsiveness, lack of motivation, apathy, overeating, and weight gain. So this all goes to say that when we are attributing feng shui into a space, really understand what is your nature. What is the nature of your environment? Is your environment actually supporting your nature, or do you need to balance it more in order to keep you in alignment with yourself? Every home has their own dynamic. This is what I do when I do your reading. I figure out what is in your chart, what is in the direction and the chart of your home, and then I break those things down one by one. I lay them over. I look for similarities. I look to see where there may be challenges, and then I make suggestions. So let's look into a little bit about that so you can understand. This client's home is the Lee home. So there are 8 different trigrams within the Bagua. The Bagua is a map. The Bagua map changes based upon your direction. So let's say north, northeast, northwest, west, east, southwest, southeast. These are all different directions, and they all have their own different energy types. So this client's home energy type is the Lee home. It is a south home. It is a yin home. It is the fire element. It symbolizes warmth. It represents high energy and vitality. So, hey friends, I didn't want this video to get too long, so we're going to jump right back into the continuation to explore my client's home in part 2 of this video. In the meantime, if you want to explore the yin and yang of your particular space, make sure you book a free redesign consult with me today so that we can figure exactly how you need to balance and optimize your space. That's all for today. I wish you peace and blessings, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.